All right. Hey, this is Curtis here with Boundless Voicetopia, and I'm here today going to discuss some things outside of the traditional things about singing, which would be something like vibrato and voice control and range and things of this nature. What we're going to discuss today is the things that get you the job, right? Some people think what gets them the job is their talent. But I am here today to tell you and encourage you that your talent is not going to get you the job alone. What gets you the job has everything to do with your dependability, reliability. Dependability and reliability are the keys to getting yourself the position of vocalist, lead vocalist, background vocalist, a songwriter, producer, all of those things. And so, make sure my audio is good. And so, I wanted to make sure that today, when I got on live and when I, did my editing, that I made sure that today's topic is going to be around reliability and dependability as a vocalist. I recently was hired to sing at a wedding in St. Augustine, Florida, and man, the wedding was fantastic. The people who hired me were great, and the team that we had put on a phenomenal show. But I would not have gotten that gig if I wasn't reliable and dependable. Number one, like, you ever heard the term that the show must go on? It doesn't matter how talented the person was that was supposed to be there. The show's going to go on with or without them. That lady would have gotten married. That husband would have put that ring on it, regardless if I showed up or not. However, they entrusted they entrusted me with being available and being there in order to provide that service for them and to create an experience that would last with them forever, and a positive experience that would last with them forever and be a memorable moment in their marriage that they can cherish and that they can say, wow, like, I'm thankful that Curtis showed up to perform and did that song. I'm so thankful that we hired him. He was reliable. He was on time. I could depend on that. That is a point of professionalism and perspective that some artists neglect. And so today, I just wanted to make sure that we discussed how important reliability, how important dependability is, not only to get the job, but in order to get other future works and be able to build a business off of your reputation and be able to develop a team off your reputation. What a lot of artists may neglect is that the people that believe in you, they have to trust that you will do the work as well. For example, I am a manager of artists as well. Now, as a manager, I am accountant, and sometimes I'm the booking agent. Sometimes I'm the counselor for my therapy. I'm the counselor, the therapist for my artists. Sometimes I'm the um, I'm the manager of the tour. I'm the mixing agent for the live show. Like, I mix the show. I help decide what songs are going to be done. All of these things, right? I'm helping the artist along. Is the point that I'm saying, and I'm committing myself to be all of these things for this artist. Now, hear me. I'm committing myself to be all of these things for this artist, and I have a family to feed. I am a husband that has to pay bills. I have to put, food on the table, gas in the car, getting new tread on the tires, all of this stuff, right? And this artist has their job to do. They have to show up for the gig on time. They have to be ready, be rehearsed, be performed. They have to come with the proper dress code, the proper attitude, be able to, engage the crowd, perform essentially in the best way possible, right? The way that they are hired to do. Now, if this artist isn't on time, if this artist is, getting high before the performance and isn't able to perform at their greatest capacity or begin to neglect the responsibilities associated with performing, then we have a problem because your team at artist, your team is relying on you to come through. Marketing, they're relying on the artist to come through and provide a show for the people. Booking agent, they're relying on the artist to show up, not only show up but show up on time because the band the band and everyone associated with this performance is being paid based on minutes, based on were you here at 8 o'clock, or were you on stage playing music at 8 o'clock? If not, we're gonna have to deduct the difference, or you're gonna have to stay later, depending on the type of show it is, right? And so these are nuances that artists have to be prepared to subject themselves to. Like, no one is bigger than the show. No one is bigger than the group. That's a Temptation line. And the Temptations, who said that? In the Temptations, Otis. In the Temptations, Otis said, "No one's bigger than the group. No one person's bigger than the group." And the artist has to understand that. So if you want to be out here David Ruffin them, I'm David Ruffin and the Temptations, and you want to show up late to the performances and just walk in on your dun 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 dun, and then come sing your song, and then you want to leave and get paid like you were there the whole time, that's not how it's gonna work. That's not business, right? And so I'm hoping that, and some artists hear me and decides today to do something different, because you could be as talented as you want to be. You can be as gifted as you want to be and never be called for a singing position, never be called for an acting position, never be called to do anything because you're not reliable. You're not dependable. You're not on time. And when you are there, you're not focused. You're not intentional. It's required. It's required because not only are the people paying you relying on you, but the people that are there to support you are relying on you to come in there ready, professional to do the work. And they're there to help you. They're there to assist you. From the person that's doing the lights, from the person that's doing security, from the bartenders, from the people that put the seats out, for the people that run the sound. They're relying on you to come through for them, right? And so everyone's working together to produce a powerful product for the people to consume. And you have to understand that that is your role as the artist, to be a part of that powerful product. You are, as the artist alone, or you are not the product alone. Your gift is not the product alone. Your punctuality is the product. Your professionalism, how you communicate with staff, is the product. Your ability to communicate professionally and courteously to the audience and to the fans is the product. Yes, the artwork, the art artists that you work with, they're part of the product. The sound engineer that you work with, your team, they're part of the product. Okay? Your vocals, your rapping, what have you, is not the center focal point or piece of everything. You're not the cornerstone, okay? I do want you to know that, you're very important, but so is every other piece. Every other piece, like, that's how your mindset should be. I'm coming in here, like, I may be the person up front, but I'm also the person in the background making sure that my people are taken care of as well too. whether they're taken care of because of my performance and how great I do, or they're taken care of because I showed up and we were able to work together to make sure that this performance was the highest quality possible based on our ability to work together as a team and be able to game plan, map out what we're going to do. Real world example. Again, like I said, I was recently hired for this wedding, and so I came into the rehearsal, and I'm seeing new people I've never met. I'm shaking hands. Hey, good to meet you. How you doing? My name's Curtis, and just all of this good time. And um, that was the first rehearsal, and on that first rehearsal, we established our time frames for future rehearsals up until the actual wedding, right? And so I think it was like four to six rehearsals prior to the Saturday that we went to St. Augustine to do the wedding. And you got to hear me. Every single rehearsal, there was people there, and there was people that wasn't there from the pre-rehearsals, and vice versa, right? And there were some that was consistently there. I tell you who was consistently there, the musical director. He was consistently there. He was the person who hired me to come in and be part of the group and to help sing. And so the musical director is someone that is reliable, that is dependable. They won't cancel last minute on a rehearsal because they were out all night drunk and partying. No. This relationship works both ways, Pause. I am going to only take a job offer when I feel that I am only going to take a job offer when I feel the person that's hiring me is a reliable person. Not only to pay me and whatever the case is on the financial side, but just their character, their professionalism, their perspective, and also the product that they bring talent wise is something that I want to pair with my brand and pair with my personality. All of those things have to coexist together in order to provide a beautiful experience, especially in terms of weddings or performances in that nature, right? And so this individual is the most upstanding individual that you can, hands down, hands down. He would be someone that if you had a daughter, you would want him to marry your daughter because you knew that he was going to take good care of her. He wasn't going to abuse her. He was going to make sure she has everything and be there until the end. You know what I mean? He's that type of person, personality wise, where you can depend on him. It's reliable and resourceful, right? Um, and Going back to that, these rehearsals were so important, and everyone that was there for the first rehearsal agreed to the rehearsal times, and some people still didn't show up. Some people showed up. Now, here's the thing: you never throw everybody out just because they missed one or what have you. The case is, there's a protocol, and everyone follows it. Usually, hey, I'm not privy to everyone's situation because I'm not running the thing. But I noticed that if you're not there consistently for every rehearsal, then you miss something. Number one thing I think that you miss is the number one thing that I think that you miss is the community aspect, right? Um, we all work together, we all bond together in order to not only connect but also to have a beautiful product that's genuine, that's worth the experience, and that comes from chemistry, right? Just like if you guys played any sports, or we're talking a musician, so being a part of any band, there's a chemistry, there's a chemistry that comes into play when you're talking about timing and you're talking about swing and flow and all of those things, and just being able to understand what someone is doing vocally, or their technical skills, and be able to say, okay, I can flow off of those chords. I like that you do that. Or, hey, this right here, if you do it on downbeat, I'll come in on that beat. Like, this kind of stuff is what happens whenever you have the relationships with the person or the group or the people that's involved, right? And if you don't have those opportunities because you were missing in action, then it makes you less prone to be called upon next time. It just does. I mean, it just does. Like, just you go to work. If you miss 2 or 3 days consistently without putting PTO in or whatever, or even this is the even better example. You just got hired and you're in your first 90 days. How you gonna miss a day at work? Just how you gonna do it? You can't do certain things you just can't do and expect to get a call back or expect for your key card to work the next day. It's just the way that it is, right? And so my point is, my point is making sure that you are professional, making sure that you are engaged enough and reliable enough to be available every time. This is going to set you apart from every other vocalist that is not. And let me tell you, there are, I would say, hundreds. If you're talking about out of 100, there's probably it's more than half that's not reliable or dependable. More than half. More than half, guaranteed. And then you can even cut it further down if you're talking about resourceful, right? Say, hey, I'm getting a band together. I'd love to have you sing. What musicians do you know that can, fill in from time to time, or that would be consistent, that would be dedicated to what we're talking about doing? Birds of a feather flock together. So, I mean, if you're not reliable, you're not dependable, then the people you hang around won't be reliable. The people you hang around won't be dependable. It's just that simple. And so you gotta also challenge yourself to have a better friend circle, right? Having a better friend circle, the people that are reliable are people that's going to have the jobs, that's going to have the gigs, that's going to be able to refer you to gigs. Like that's like you want to be in a circle where they bring you up, and that allows you to bring them up one day as well too. Like everybody can work together. There's a term where all ships rise together, and that's what you want as far as your friends, as far as your circle, your closest 5 friends are the people you'll have the same incomes as. And so my point is to elevate your surroundings, your environment. Take yourself seriously. Be a business with your gift. Show up on time. Um, be the person that you would want to hire. Be the person that you would want to hire. Be that guy. Be that girl. Um, that's what I got for y'all today. I hope that you enjoyed this content. I hope that you got something out of this content. If you did, please like and subscribe. Share this content with a musician that you know who could really use the guidance and the assistance. Until next time, this is Curtis from Boundless Voicetopia. Take care.